And Atmabodh is more powerful word. To give expression to that, because Adhyatmikta is a broader concept. And Atmabodh, each one of us can identify herself or himself with Atmabodh. Know thyself. Atmanam Vidhi. Very powerful. In fact, it has been a great education for me. Swamiji coming here. Because it makes it more personal. Om Shri Subhanandashramam Shri Anandaji Gurudevante Tonmukti On Patam Uthradam Jayanti Aghoshatil Sambandhi Kan Atiyaya Santosham Om Atmabodhitil Lude Atma Sakshataram Inna Lakshyatode Subhananda Gurudevan Isthapicha Atmabodhodaya Sanghatin Anandaji Gurudevan Atmiya Netritvam Nalki Shri Narayan Guru Vinte Uru Jati Uru Matam Uru Devam Enna Asha Yaktil Nin Pirchodanam Ulla Konde Isthapitam Ayatama I Asharmam Swayam Ariyuk Mattulavare Snehi Kuk Enna Tatvatil Pirvartik Kunna I Ashramam Manushya Snehatinte Matirka Sthanam An Cherukole Gramakil Ende Adiya Sandarshanam An Innal Atmabodhodaya Sanghatinde Pridhana Chadange Aya Cherukole Tirthaganam Irshastam An. As I said earlier, this is my first visit to this village and this holy ashram. But I'm not saying it formally. I'm deeply touched and overwhelmed by what I'm seeing here. In fact, to begin with, what this ashram is doing is one of my favorite subjects, a subject very dear to my heart. To see one in many and many in one. Yo pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati tasyaham na purnashyami sacha bina purnashyati. One who develops the ability or trains one's mind to see that one everywhere in everybody, then the Lord in Bhagavad Gita is promising that for such a person, I am never separated from him and that person is never separated from me. So this is a subject which is close to my heart. And in my speeches, I have very often said that India's true religion, the way of life we call Sanatana, but India's true religion is Adhyatmikta. Adhyatmikta is the right word, there is nothing wrong with it. But today, after coming to this ashram, I realized that Atmabodh is more powerful word. To give expression to that, because Adhyatmikta is a broader concept. And Atmabodh, each one of us can identify herself or himself with Atmabodh. Know thyself. Atmanam Viddhi. Very powerful. In fact, it has been a great education for me, Swamiji, coming here. Because it makes it more personal. Each one is a different being. So I am trying to know myself. That is how Adhyatmikta or spirituality can be pursued. And here on the stage, in the audience, I see people belonging to different traditions, different denominations. And I am reminded of what Dr. Radha Krishnan, our former president, had said, that we need to work for the fellowship of believers. Instead of trying to cancel out each other, we may build a fraternity. People are free to pursue the path or to pursue the relationship with their Creator in a manner which is suited to their genius. As it has been said, that how do we relate with our Creator? That is our business. We do to satisfy ourselves as individuals. But how do we relate to the creation of the Creator? That is the fellow beings, fellow human beings. In fact, all the traditions, the essence of all this discipline, the consciousness and awareness which our religious leaders try to awaken in us. What is the purpose of that? The purpose is to make us better human beings. The purpose is the manner in which we love ourselves. We love those who are related to us. The purpose is to expand that area of love and love your neighbor as yourself. That is the whole exercise. With this function has been organized as part of the 99th birth anniversary of Brahmasree Anandaji Gurudevan. We are reminded of the spiritual leadership and services rendered by the Guru Parampara that succeeded Brahmasree Subhanandashram Gurudevan. Apart from Brahmasree Anandaji Gurudevan, we have seen the contributions of Brahmasree Guru Prasad Gurudeva Thiruvadikal and Brahmasree Sadanand Siddha Gurudev Thiruvadikal. On this auspicious occasion, let us pay our respects to all those spiritual leaders who have benefited us immensely. The work of the saintly figures I just mentioned is now being carried forward by Brahmasree Devanand Gurudev Thiruvadikal, who is now the Parama Acharya of Shri Subhanandashram. I understand that his contribution to the development of this ashram reflects the spirit of the words of blessings he received from Guru Anandji Gurudeva. I am told that in the short span of his leadership, he could materialize several development projects for this ashram. While celebrating the 99th birth anniversary of Anandji Gurudevan, we are reminded of how he propagated the mission of Subhanand Gurudev beyond the borders of Kerala to certain areas in Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra and other parts of the country. On this occasion, look at the social circumstances which it is necessary to look at this social situation which led to the foundation of this ashram. As we all know, Kerala's stature as a highly literate, in fact 100% literate and socially aware state has been achieved through decades of tireless efforts of several noble souls and the movements which they had launched. In fact, Swami Vivekananda, I'm going to quote Swami Vivekananda only to let you know the situation which prevailed in Kerala when these movements started. Swami Vivekananda was surprised to see the levels of discrimination prevalent in 19th century. Denied the right to use roads and to pursue education, since untouchability and unapproachability were the order of those days. No wonder Swamiji described the situation here as one that resembled a Bhrantala. The story of Dr. Palpu, who was denied education on the grounds of where he was born. His meeting with Swami Vivekananda and Swamiji's suggestion to bring reforms under the leadership of a sage are familiar to everyone in Kerala. To my mind, this is a very, very profound movement. In other parts of the country also, the social discrimination was there. Other parts of the country, leaders arose who fought against the discrimination and marginally or highly succeeded in their attempts, in their movements. But unfortunately, everywhere, if we read the history of those social movements, then we see that as a result of the movements, although the situation changed, but those who were discriminated against, they faced very tough times for long periods because of the social tension which was created as a result of the movements. Kerala is one state where you had these leaders who worked for social transformation and no social tension was created. Why? I'm not raising this question here, sir. I raised this question in Delhi University while delivering the valedictory address. Delhi University has completed 100 years. Honorable Prime Minister had inaugurated the celebrations and they asked me to address the last session. I had raised this question there. I said, please don't be under the mistaken impression that India is confined to Delhi and UP alone. You are a university. The uniqueness of the Kerala movements, where revolutionary change has taken place, social transformation has happened without creating any social tension. This is a subject which must become part of your research and your studies. And I said, what my understanding and feeling is, I will share with you. In other parts of India, foreign ideas were used, complaints were made, sense of victimhood was displayed. In Kerala, pure Indian idea, philosophical idea of Advaitvad was used. And when this question was raised, you believe in Aham Brahmasree Tattvamasi. You are as much potentially divine as I am. The same divine element dwells in you which dwells in me. How can you discriminate against me? Then nobody, even those who were the defenders of the status quo, they could not resist the force of this argument, the power of this argument. In USA, Barack Obama became president because of the movement which was launched by Martin Luther King. If there had been no Martin Luther King, possibly there would have been no Obama. And he had said it in one sentence, everything. He wanted change, social transformation, equal rights for everybody. So what he said, he took the constitution in his hand and he said, all we say to America is, be true to what you say on paper. I'm not asking for anything new. People are aware of that. But people outside Kerala are not aware that right from Shri Narayan Guru to the founder of this ashram, many years before Martin Luther King, they had given the same argument. They said that the foundational virtue of our civilization, our culture, the four Mahavakyas which have been given to four mutts by Adi Shankaracharya are Aham Brahmasree, Tattvamasi, Prajnanam Brahma, Ayam Atma Brahma. If this is an article of faith with us, how can you treat me differently because of my birth? And what a revolution! I do not know how many of you must have gone outside Kerala to the north. But I can say with a sense of satisfaction and also pride that the robust sense of equality and sense of dignity, human dignity, that I see in Kerala is not, that sense is there, but the robustness is missing elsewhere. When my guests come from northern India, I say to them with folded hands, even if you are talking to the gardener Mali of the Raj Bhavan, please be very respectful. Here everybody has, and I feel proud of that. You go on the road, the confidence that you see writ large on the faces of women, a woman I would say, not women, who is walking alone on the road, is something to be admired, something to be emulated by others. So I really feel very happy, and I would like to express my gratitude to Swamiji for your kindness to have invited me on this auspicious occasion. This time you have invited me. Next time, as I have told Swamiji, I will come uninvited. I can only wish you all the best, Godspeed in doing the noble work which you are doing. What you are doing is absolutely divine. To make the people who are living on the margins of the society, to bring them into the mainstream, to fill them with confidence, and to make them feel proud as human beings, and at the same time to respect the humanity of the others. This is something which is absolutely remarkable, and this is something which must be, which I am sure more people know about you. More people know about you. More they would like to follow your example. I would have loved to speak for more time, but I have a problem. Tomorrow there is a convocation. I have to catch the train. Therefore, today I am concluding my speech with this remark that some other time I will come and I will sit with you. But recently, a dear friend of mine who is not an Indian, he met me and he said that I wonder that India, which has so much diversity, every kind of diversity, lingual, religious, colors of the skin, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, you will see people of every color. Any religion found anywhere in the world, the adherents are to be found in India. So he told me, he said, how do you manage that? I said, we do not manage it, we enjoy it. There is a question of managing. It is part of our DNA, it is part of our ethos, our ideas, our values. It it is an article of faith with us. Because we have been told that a person who realizes that the state of diversity of living beings is rooted in the one, and the manifestation of that diversity is also from that one who has realized this teaching, and one who has internalized it, and one who starts living according to this principle. He becomes identified with the Supreme Spirit, the Brahma. This is, I have merely translated. This is a shlok from Gita. Yada bhuta prittak bhava manekasthamanu pashyati tat eva cha vistaram. All this universe which you see is only extension of that one, the supreme truth, the supreme spirit. Vistaram Brahma Sampadyate Tada. Thank you very much for giving me a precious hearing. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Valle nanni. Jai Hind.